What's up, everybody?
Hello!
Really excited to be back here on Honest Spirits, where usually we try,
Before you buy,
but in this situation, it's not really a try before you buy. It's we're trying as you've already bought them, hopefully. Anyways, without further ado, Jason, podcast.
Well, tonight we are going to do Volume 1 of Stagg Party. So we've got Stagg Juniors, batch 13, 14, and 15. And we're not going to be really talking about the... there they are.
Carefully.
We're not going to be talking about our signature complexity, drinkability, and value, because they're pretty much all the same value, roughly. We just decided that over the course of the coming weeks, we're going to try an entire Stagg lineup, and we're going to sort of do an elimination. So whichever of the three that we decide today, 13, 14, or 15 is the best, that's the one that'll move on, and then we'll go 16, 17, 18.
Do a little bracket.
Yeah, bracket. Bracketology.
Yep, 15, 16, 17, and then we'll do the head-to-head of the best of the juniors, and then we'll do a non-juniors round, and then head-to-the-head of the non-juniors. Then we got some store picks, we got some dirt cheese eggs. We got some awesome month, probably 6 weeks where the episodes come down the line. So Jason over there is nosing Stagg 13, which is oddly stellar, if you will.
Yeah, we pre-poured these. We wanted to just have it ready. We don't want the episode to be extremely long, but we wanted to just share with you guys our thoughts on these different batches of Stagg. And again, as we go forward, we'll kind of end up with a winner here in a few weeks.
These have been open for 5 months,
okay,
give or take.
Well, I can already tell you that on the nose, 13 is the winner.
Yes, I agree with that. And 12 and 13 came out in the same year. A lot of people say Stagg Junior 12, batch 12 is the best of the juniors. It's also the hardest one to find, so I haven't been able to get my hands on one. If you have a sample or you're willing to share, please, for the love of bourbon, help me get my hands on some 12 so we can include it in our lineup.
Help a brother out!
A lot of people say 12 is the GTS killer of that year. And so I've tried it once or twice, but I don't have a bottle of it myself. So, all right, Jason.
Batch 13 on the nose is straight up butter rum lifesavers and butterscotch candies. It is absolutely wonderful. And then I noticed that as I went to 14 and 15, that whole butterscotchy kind of note, it just lessens a little bit. So when I got to 15, I was actually noticing more oak, which is definitely not unpleasant, but it's just oakier.
Hey, Jason.
Yes.
Sex is cool, but you know what's better?
Tell me.
Shrieking Stagg 13, 14, and 15.
That's right. Okay.
All right.
Or maybe sex at the same time. No, we're not doing that.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's try 13.
It's not a stag party, I guess.
Without some raunchy comments.
Oh, man. That nose is quite stellar, my friends.
And rightfully so is the palate. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like unicorn tears and angel wings. That's wonderful.
It's through and through one of the most flavorful pours I've had in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's got us speechless for sure.
Yeah, it's complex, it's sweet, it's there's a little bit of oakiness to it, but it's definitely not a ton, and I just kind of want to move on to 14 now and
all right, fair.
See how different it is, if anything. The noses on 13 or 14 are closer than the 15.
This is good, but okay. The finish is better on this one. It's more dark fruits.
I agree.
Cigar notes. Rich.
Oh.
I
think 14 is more complex than 13.
I agree. It's got that. Like, if you were to... I don't smoke cigars, but I feel like batch 14 with the cigar would be so satisfying.
Yeah.
because it just coats your mouth.
Yeah, it did.
It's very viscous. It's very complex. It's warm, but it's not hot. It's tasteful, but it's not too sweet.
My sip of water after batch 13 did a pretty good job of cleansing my palate. My sip of water after batch 14, as soon as the water was gone, the whole experience of the whiskey came back. And I mean the whole experience, the beginning, the middle, and the end. 14 is stellar, just as far as complexity and long finish. Man,
It's still there.
that is crazy.
It's like a white stag, man. Riding that white horse. It's like a unicorn. That thing is so good. Mm.
All right, and now, and I'm sure it's because we've had 2 other samples, but the nose on 15 is better already than when I first smelled it.
I'm not there with you.
No?
I think the nose on 15 is a little bit too smoky.
Okay. I'm getting less oak than I did when I first nosed it.
It just tastes younger to me.
It does taste younger. A tiny bit more pine, too. Are you
A
getting that?
little bit more grain forward. I think that's
Grain
what
forward.
that is.
Yep.
I think that's what that pine is. Not bad.
Not bad.
At all.
Not even close to bad. Just for a stag, it's a little subpar.
For a stag. That's the best way to put it.
Still pretty complex.
If you were to taste that as makers, that would be the best makers that I've ever had. But for a stag, we've talked about this before. Our standards are at the top.
Yeah.
So
you're not lying. All right, I'm going to do one little sip more of each, and then I'm going to blend all 3 just for funsies.
Okay. Well, before you do that, because I'd love to do that too, we have to pick a best of the bunch.
Okay.
And we can't base that off of first sips. So let's go through quickly and do water between, and then we decide. You do yours, I'll do mine. While you're doing yours, I'll run my mouth.
We're not going to discuss our decisions. You'll be the first to know his decision, and you'll be the first to know my decision.
All right, I'll start at 15. You're going to start at 13.
Correct.
Again, 15. It's really good, man. I feel like there's more of that minimum age stack.
Again, 13, very good. I think the thing I'm getting off the second sip of the 13, it's a little more astringent on the finish. The tannins, it's a little more mouth drying. 13, yeah. Really good though.
14. 15 was hot this time around. Hot deliciousness.
I'm going to skip to 14, or excuse me, 15. So we're not doing 14 at the same time.
More barrel on that. Okay. Okay. I see you, Stagg.
All right, so my second sip of 15, definitely more dry, not as sweet.
Yeah.
It's a much more dry stag.
14 was interesting for me. All right, 13. A little more nutty on that. Interesting. Okay. All right, I think I found my winner.
Yeah.
You found your winner as well?
I did.
Okay. All right. Your winner is 3, 2, 1. Batch 14. Did we just become best friends?
Oh my god! Yeah, no, it's the best of the 3. It edges out 13, and it's quite a bit better than the 15.
Batch 14 is our winner of 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
We have tasted these previously. I also know that I've done a blend of 13 and 14 myself. And Stagg 13 and 14, just blended. Take like a half ounce each. Makes about the best Stagg you will ever have.
Okay.
Oh, he's blended them
I'm gonna blend all three. I'm crazy like that.
He says, "Cool, you like 13 and 14? Well, I'm gonna love 13, 14, and 15." But yeah, Stagg 14 is our winner. Again, if you have any leads on a 12, we would love to include that in the mix. If you don't, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Next week, we are going to review 16, 17, and maybe some 12 if we can get our hands on it. Throw it in the mix. If not, we'll just do 16, 17, and then we'll come back.
So this is Stagg 42. Just
Stagg
if you
42.
do the math. 13, 14, and 15.
This guy, I was going to say, why is he so quiet over there? Of course he's doing some math in his head.
It takes a while after you've had a few pours of Stagg, let me tell you. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. I'm going to give you one last comment on this little blend I did of 13, 14, and 15. Excuse me. That's a great nose.
That's what she said. I don't know. I don't know. Why would she compliment your nose? It's a weird thing to compliment.
It's a weird thing to compliment.
It's like complimenting.
Unless you have a big nose, like I do.
It's like saying nice tip. Why would you compliment just the tip? I don't know. If you know, you know.
Ooh. All right. Not as good as 14 by itself, but it's definitely good.
It's good. It's a little flat to me. Kind of blends them all together and doesn't really distinguish them. It doesn't come back out.
Kills the complexity a little bit.
Yep.
Makes it a little boozy.
All right, my friends. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We got awesome things down the pipeline. We got store picks. We got GGS. We got all kinds of things coming down. So we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Peace.